What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Best Seat of the Track. I'm your host, Jared Haas, and today we are California Dreamin again at Auto Club Speedway. Joining me today is, again, a returning guest, the better half of Stock Car Scoop, Bryan Nolen. Bryan, it is a pleasure to have you again out there, too. Looks like majestic weather. Where are you standing at, Bryan? I got to ask that question first.
So the press box is a floor lower, and then you can come up here, and it's like a balcony angle, and I'll show you. Hold on for 1 second. Where is it? You can see the track. It's like right up here. Just like a balcony angle. So you can basically see the entire track from here. It's an absolute glorious day. It's beautiful sunshine, not that hot, not that cold. It's great. I'm excited.
Well, it's definitely better than going up to Loudon at this time of year, too. Bryan, I want to talk about Austin Cindric. Last weekend, kind of the Cinderella story. He won the Daytona 500, worked well with his Penske teammate Ryan Blaney, and today he's on the pole. And it's going to be pretty interesting to watch him because if he wins at Auto Club, he'll be the first driver since Matt Kenseth in 2009 to sweep the first two races of the season. I had my hopes up pretty high for Cindric. I knew he was going to perform well, not a Final Four driver, but I think he can contend for the win. What are your thoughts with Austin Cindric, especially what happened this weekend?
Yeah, I was very surprised to see him get the pole. I mean, third driver to win the 500 and then win the pole the very next week. Very surprised joining Joey Logano Atlanta in 2015 and then Jamie McMurray with Auto Club. I want to say 2010. Quote me if I'm wrong, Jerry. You historian there, you. But very surprised. I think the big thing, though, is going to be this new car. I mean, we had 8 spin/wrecks. I flew in at 10:20 and practice was at 11, and by the time I got here, there were 2 cars already destroyed, and that being Ross Chastain and Kevin Harvick. So with that being said, I got no idea for this race. Hopefully it goes green for a little bit because I got a plane to catch later tonight, and I don't want to miss it. But with that being said, enough about me. I just hope we also have great racing for these fans that are going to show up. It should be a great race. First time since 2020 that this race is going to be hosting an event. Alex Bowman won here the last year before everything basically shut down. So I'm excited to see what happens. I think it's gonna be a very unique race, that's for sure.
Yeah, like I said, that with those indications of those practice sessions, it's gonna be pretty chaotic too. And last weekend, when I shipped back to the Daytona 500, was pretty chaotic, especially at the end of stage 1. We saw Harrison Burton flip over with a push from Keselowski, and you caught up with Harrison Burton, and he had some pretty interesting things to say.
Awesome. Harrison Burton, driver of the 21 Wood Brothers car. Harrison, obviously, looks to be a tricky day for you guys. Just overall, what's your mindset heading into this race? Obviously, there was a little bit of spins, crashes in qualifying/practice. Just overall, what's your philosophy heading into this race?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to do all the small stuff right, and that's, just your basic decision making, your, pit roads, stuff like that, is kind of second nature in the old car. Now is stuff that really matters and adds up. And you see guys making a lot of mistakes in practice and qualifying. They're hard to drive. They're on the ragged edge at all times, and so surviving is part of it. But you also have to be aggressive to be up front. It's not going to be I think there'll be mistakes made today, but I don't think it'll be a endurance race. I think we've got to still be fast. So it's a hard balance for sure, but I feel like we've got a good group around me to kind of keep me in between the lanes.
Now, last time we were here in 2020, you won this race, but it was in the Xfinity Series. So coming here, does this have a little bit more confidence for you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it matters or not. Like, obviously, it was good. I knew I could get it done in the Xfinity car here, and it's just so different now. The cars are so different, and the competition level is so much harder now in the Cup Series. So I'd say it's always good when you've won somewhere before. I mean, I love this racetrack. It's a great racetrack, a lot of fun. But I don't know how much it matters or not, really.
Now let's dive back a little bit. Just 1 week ago, it looks like you're at the highest of highs, leading at Daytona, and then you end with literally on your roof. Just first off, what was it like leading at the Great American Race, Daytona 500?
Yeah, it's cool. I thought we were going to be all right there. We had a lot of good forward momentum going with Brad pushing. Thought we could win the stage. So really wanted to win that stage. Just didn't work out to where we could. And, obviously flipping's never fun. So that was the first time for me. It was something I don't want to repeat necessarily, but as far as safety-wise go, the car held up great, so can't really be upset with anything else. Just, happy that we were executing well enough to be up front, and proud of our group for that.
Now, Brad said he obviously pushed you a little bit too much. Have you talked to Brad over this past week, and just what was that like if you did?
Yeah, I talked to Brad right after the race. He tried to call me, but our cell service was pretty bad, so we text back a few times, and just trying to work together better in the future as a Ford Alliance, and try and keep us all going in the same direction, and that's forward. So for me, it's part of the racing and part of that style of racing. Obviously, I was frustrated that it happened, but that's part of it.
Now, obviously, like you said, coming from the Xfinity Series, you were with JGR, now you're with Wood Brothers. What's the biggest difference, transition period? Just what's different between those two teams?
Yeah, I just think, obviously the heritage and tradition with the Wood Brothers is pretty apparent. The people that we have around us are really awesome, and they were at Gibbs too. So, they're the same but different. The team is, both teams are led from the top down from great people, and they have some different philosophies about things. But other than that, it's been pretty similar, really. Just getting to know new names, how they operate, and trying to roll on from there.
Last but not least, obviously, semi-teammate in Austin Cindric wins the 500 and then gets the pole here. Does that put a little bit more pressure on you to go out and get the top fives and potentially get the victories?
I just have to be concerned with myself. Austin obviously has had a really great start, and happy for him and the Team Penske group. And I thought we've had a great start too, other than qualifying yesterday was a bit disappointing, but I feel like we've got some good momentum rolling, some good confidence in our group, and the results are going to be what they're going to be, but we're going to give 100% no matter what.
Now, Nolen, that's pretty interesting what Harrison Burton said. Can you give more analysis on that?
Yeah, it was really interesting. I didn't think that the 6 and the 21, Keselowski and Burton would talk after the race, but I was surprised to see that Keselowski immediately reached out, and obviously that they couldn't talk because of the service, the quality of the service. But it was cool that Keselowski reached out, and according to Burton, they just want Keselowski just wants all the boards to work together, whether it's Talladega or later in Daytona in the summer, heading into the fall. They just want to work together. So no harm, no foul, according to Burton. It looks like Keselowski, and I think all feelings are good.
Well, at least that's patched up in the Ford camp, too. That was a very scary incident, especially for the next-gen car, too. Nolen, we're going to shift to our picks of the race, and I'm going to flash the standings up on this real quick here. Last week we had Tom Bowles. He picked Michael McDowell, and I picked Ryan Blaney, and Blaney finished ahead of McDowell. So I have 2 against you guys, 0. Nolen, we got to get you on the board. I'll let you pick first. Who do you think is going to win at Auto Club?
I picked the 24 car of William Byron for stock car scoop, Jared. But the thing is, based on qualifying the minimum practice session we had here, I got to go with the 18. Kyle Busch thought he was going to be in the very back of the field. The adjustments were approved according to NASCAR. He's won 4 times here. Let's go make it 5. I think the 18 car is going to get a victory lane here at Auto Club.
Like I said, it is a very good pick, too. He's had success here in the past, winning multiple races, too, and being contention for a win at Auto Club. Like I said, I'll let you have Kyle Busch. I'm going to pick Hendrick Motorsports, a car from there. And I'm going to go throw it back to 2021. I like Larson. He still performed well. Like I said, I think he can pull it off. They're relatively similar with Daytona. We'll see how it goes. Slick racetrack. Kyle Larson, a dirt race car driver. From everyone here from Frontstretch.com, have a great race weekend.